Alright guys, so we are going to have our summative on Thursday and Friday of this week. And so here's your video for the circles review. Guys, please work on these so tomorrow when you come to class, all we have to do is talk about the answers and go from there. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to review how to find angles inside and outside of the circle, review how to find the length of segments in a circle, and review how to find the arc of a circle. You have notes on this and there are previous videos. So I am going to do this first one just as a demonstration to show you the type of thinking you're going to need to solve these problems, and then you go through and solve the rest. All right, this question says a tangent segment and a secant segment are drawn to a circle from a point outside the circle. The length of the tangent segment is 17 inches and 17 inches. The external segment of the secant segment measures 3 inches. What is the measure of the internal secant? So here, first thing we're going to do, use the technique. We're going to highlight the question, or you take your pencil and underline your question, and we're going to restate it. So this question says, what is the measure of the internal secant segment? So it's asking me, what is the measure of the piece of the secant that's inside of the circle? Because internal means inside, secant means a part, segment means a part of. Now that I've got that figured out, so I'm trying to find out what's the length of the piece of the secant that's inside the circle. So it gave me that there's a tangent segment and a secant segment. That's going to help me solve this problem, and they are drawn to a circle from a point outside the circle. That's important. And then it says the length of the tangent segment is 17 inches. The external segment of the secant segment measures 3 inches. So I got that going, so I'm going to draw a picture. It says a tangent segment and a secant segment are drawn to a circle from a point outside of the circle. Okay, so I got a circle, and they said it's drawn from a point outside of the circle. So I'm going to put my point outside, and the definition of a tangent means it touches once, and the definitions of the secant is touches the circle twice and keep going. So I'm going to make my tangent keep going too. Oh, they said segments, so I don't have to keep them going. A secant segment means that it stops. Okay, so there's my secant, touches the circle twice. There's my tangent. That's my point of tangency right there. Now it says the length of the tangent segment is 17 inches. So I'm going to put 17 out there. The external segment of the secant segment measures 3 inches. So this is external, means outside. So I've set this picture up. Now it asks me to find the length of this on the inside. So what I'm going to do is, I notice that I'm working with this. Tangent squared equals outside times the whole. These formulas you have to memorize. You will not be given them. So now I'm going to substitute in the 17, the outside is 3 of that, and the whole is 3 plus x. And now I'm just left with solving this. Okay. Grab the calculator, and I'm going to go for it. So 17 squared is 289. Equals 9 plus 3x. Alright, so I'm going to solve my equation. Constants go on the right side of the equations. Variables go on the left. So I'm going to minus this 289 from both sides, because it is on the wrong side. So here I get 0 equals 280, negative 280. Plus 3x. My 3x is on the wrong side, so I'm going to minus 3x. I cross over the line, I change the sign. I'm not going to put this constant and this variable together. So what I'm going to do is 0 doesn't change anything, so I'm just going to bring down the negative 3x equals negative 280. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. Let's grab my calculator. So negative 280 divided by negative 3 equals 9.33. So x equals 9.33, and then it say how far to round. And let me double check my math to make sure I'm right. So here, I'm going to make sure I did my 17 squared correctly, 289. And this process I'm going through is the same thing you can do to make sure you're right. And then I had to do 9 minus 289. That's 280. I did that correctly. And then I have to move this negative 3x to the other side. I did that correctly. And then I get negative 3x, bring it down, and I divide this by negative 3. And there we go. Oh, it's 93.33, okay? So double check yourself like I just did to make sure that you are in the game. So, yep, 93.33. And are there any units? Yep, 93.33 inches. And that's just an example of one that you can use this if your picture looks like this one. But now all these problems will not work like this. You have to think about it, solve, go through and do what you need to do. All right, let me make sure I don't have another example. No, we don't. So go ahead, start the rest of these problems, and I will see you guys in class. Bye.